I just got set up in a swamp with a couple islands in here. It's been a big buck. I've been hunting all year long in here, and it just hasn't lined up for me in postseason. Every time I'm here, he's not, or when I'm gone at work, he's daylighting, and just couldn't catch up with him. Between that and 2 moose hunts, I kind of lost my October pretty quickly, but we got the rifle in hand now, so hopefully we can get lucky. We got a long season ahead of us still. We'll see what we can get into. I know they're betting out on these points. I've actually bumped a few deer off of them before, so I was able to climb up this little pine tree. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's 2 main exit trails. One's out here. We got one directly going this way. There's rubs all along this peninsula, but we'll see how it goes. There's a couple trails you can see cut right through here. I don't know what's going to be moving, but hopefully if it's getting up out of bed, I'll be able to see it. Wish me luck.
Hey guys, so as you saw, I sat that morning and ended up seeing a young spike. Kind of really all that's happened to me all season long. I was hunting a spot, I had a lot of cameras set up in there, I did a lot of scouting, ended up finding a couple sheds, found some real nice deer, and just couldn't get there in October. Work got in the way, had 2 moose hunts I had to be on. It's kind of how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you have bad luck and there's bucks daylighting in your spot and you just can't get there because you're a little busy. But I tried. I ended up setting it like 3 or 4 times. Carrying into this rifle season, I started to notice less and less deer activity and more human activity. I've actually seen like 10 or 11 different trucks there hunting the area. And I didn't know that before. I was going into a new area, new season, trying to find different deer, bigger deer, trying to just become a better hunter. But all I learned from that was that place gets hit really hard in November. A lot of the deer get pushed out. They're in different areas, they're down deeper in swamps. I spent a lot of time in rifle season there, and it just didn't pay off. So I had to make a move. I ended up getting out of there that night, and I went to a spot that I've seen plenty of deer at, and I know like the back of my hand. So it was just a spot I kept in my back pocket, and sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes the sign's not there, and you gotta go find deer if you wanna be successful. So that's what I did, and I decided to make a move, and I ended up seeing a little doe coming out and watched her for probably a half hour. So that was a good sign. I wasn't seeing does in the area I was at before. It was just a lot of young bucks. Getting out of there was probably one of the better decisions that I'd made. And yeah, it was just patience from there. The next morning coming around, I figured I'd go right back to that tree and sit there and see what happens. And yeah, lo and behold. Matt. Well, boys, we got it. That's the set right there. There's a couple these new cut roads in this piece. And the reason I set up here was there's like a scrape line. There's about 4 of them right down this tote road that were like opened up last night. Something came through here just all mad and ended up making a bunch of scrapes, and then there's a couple of rubs down in here. And it was just wicked fresh. This is one of the scrapes right here. Like, look at that. It's like a car hood. Just dug right out. Licking branch right there. And he was just coming from this bottom. There's a creek that's down below me over here. And this has always been like a good transition area where they're working their way through trying to catch does, because there's doe bedding up here. And then there's more doe bedding on the other side, like by the bog down there. But yeah, let's go take a look at them. Yo. Whoa. I will take that. You do not pass those in Maine, I can tell you that. Not for me anyway. I had the hardest time finding bucks this year. Just everything I had going for me kind of failed on me, and deer just moving out of the area, and I couldn't find does. And I ended up hunting near this place last night. I had a doe come in that I didn't shoot, but she came in like 10, 20 yards. Ended up just hanging out, and I hadn't seen a doe in like 3 weeks. Everything I've been seeing has been little bucks. And I finally found doe, so I just knew I kind of had to stay in this area, and it was just a matter of time. And lo and behold, got this guy coming in. He's kind of funky. He's got little points here, and dark rack. Well, he's not the biggest in the world, but God, I'm happy with him. I love that. Just plan worked out perfectly. I mean, I came in here and I was starting to see signs of deer, and there's a big scrape line going down this whole tote road. And they were all fresh. Everything was opened up. There wasn't a leaf in anything. And I decided to sit it tonight because I was seeing fresh tracks. And I saw a doe up on the hill last night. I was like, I had to find does. That was my biggest concern this season. It was like, where I was hunting in my other spots, I couldn't find does anywhere. The only thing I was finding was small bucks. There was nothing there to keep them around. The cameras went cold as soon as rifle season opened up. All through October, I had bucks all the time through there. And as soon as rifle came, the pressure hit, and then does were just not around. So I had to move spots. I've killed in this area before, I think 2 years ago. But it's always been a trusty spot for me, and they did a lot of cutting in here, but honestly it didn't affect the deer that much. they still seem to be just working the areas just like they were before, and this has always been a hot transition line, so I decided to set up on it and got in the saddle, and the rest is history. But I'll take that. He's kind of funky. He's got a couple little points here. He's not the biggest in the world, but I will take that. I'm more than happy. So first buck on the board for me, and hopefully we can get into expanded archery again and try to get some more deer down. But it feels good. So yeah, if you like these videos, if you like what we're putting out, like and subscribe. Maine Whitetail Tactics. And Ian and Justin still got buck tags to fill, so I might be in the tree for them recording, and we'll see what happens. But here we go. First buck down, 2023, baby.